It's mid-October. That means it's prime time to travel down to Utah. Wesley, Alex, and myself are going on a road trip just like we did 1 year prior. We are visiting Virgin and Green River again. First stop is Virgin, and after 2 full days of driving, we made it to Virgin, Utah. I finally get to ride the old Rampage site. After seeing how epic this place was last year, I couldn't wait to ride it now. And now we have more time, 2 full days to explore the whole site, and there's no shortage of lines and features to play around on. We also did a major upgrade from last year with our transportation. Instead of taking my Honda Civic, we took Wesley's truck. A very good choice.
Alright.
First thing we did was just explore the area, look at the familiar features, and get an overview of what's all here.
Let's make our way up here.
There were some heavier rains recently, which caused some damage and some ruts to form. So there were some landings and lips that were not looking too great, but for the most part, everything was looking pretty good.
Yeah. Whoa. Was the wind getting you?
That's so fun, but so windy.
Yeah. That looks big.
So here is another really nice drop. It's a good size too, great for practicing. Now, if you remember from my Utah trip last year, I really wanted to do the 7-neck drop in Green River for this year. So that was on my mind quite a lot. I wanted to make sure I was prepared for it by riding similar sized stuff and kind of working my way up to it.
How nuts is that? Dude, and you'd have so much speed coming. If you were to do that drop behind, you'd have way too much speed.
We kept on finding such cool features. I was in FREERIDE heaven. One thing that I just loved about this place is that you'll find features of all sizes. And so for me, I'm not really satisfied with some of those medium, smaller size features, but I can't quite hit some of the really big, crazy stuff. And so the good thing is there was a number of features there that were right up my alley, where it wasn't too easy or too hard, where I was comfortable just pushing the boundaries little by little. And so there really is something for everybody here.
Yeah, what the heck, man? I guess so you can go down there. That's super sketchy. Okay, let me just take a look at this second.
So we hiked up one of the ridgelines. It looks to me like this was one of the easier ones. It is a little bit windy right now, and you do want to be careful about that when riding the ridges. But we just took it easy for now. No point in getting in over our heads at this point.
Yeah, boy. Okay.
I know I haven't been doing a lot of gimbal recording lately, and I'm sure you guys want to see more of that and less helmet cam. Sometimes I'm just not comfortable hitting big stunts while wearing a gimbal, but I have since made a chin mount that you'll see in some future videos. That's a lot of fun. We're going to be returning to that line later and getting it dialed.
Isn't that awesome?
That was sick, dude.
I feel way better that time. Straight down, eh?
Huh. Whoa. Whoa. It was a little sketchier than I thought. I don't know. I hit my right foot on something.
And of course, we have these big hip jumps. They do take a bit to get used to, but we really enjoyed sessioning these.
Ah, frick.
We were all feeling kind of awkward on this middle one though.
That was sketch, man.
But hey, we got lots of time to dial these in. In fact, we're going to end the day with an awesome session on these jumps.
I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to it enough. Like that kind of speed into jumps, I'm just not used to it. Definitely want to hit this bigger one though.
This tall hip is the tallest lip I have ever ridden.
Woo! Yeah, buddy.
It's not actually that big of a jump itself,
That was easy.
but it can just be a bit intimidating when first looking at that lip.
Dude, it's easy. Totally easy. Yeah, the lip was like really smooth. It gets steep, but it gets steep over such a long period of time. Makes it easy. Woo!
Everyone is feeling great. Our first day has been so much fun, and we've already noticed progression happening.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, dude. It's a little bit intimidating at first.
Let's do it. Let's keep doing it.
Beautiful out. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those went loose.
After an amazing first day of riding, we went out to the nearby town of Hurricane to find a hotel. It turns out everything was more expensive than we had anticipated because of some other nearby events that we didn't know about. So we just opted to camp out right at the riding site. We're all really glad we did. That turned out to be the best option. We saved some money, and waking up right at the riding spot was pretty awesome. It's a new day in Utah. Let's get shredding. This will be our last day in Virgin, so I really want to explore those ridgelines more. But first, it's really important to get warmed up, so I'm just going to start off by hitting various features around the area.
Virgin, Utah.
My bike has not been sounding too great lately, huh? I think it needs a more deep clean in some of the linkage. I think another cause of the noise might be in the rear shock, because I think something's kind of screwy in there. A little bit after this trip, I ended up bringing my shock in to get rebuilt, and it turns out they couldn't rebuild it because they needed to replace some extra parts on it that they couldn't end up getting. Anyway, that's a whole nother issue, and I'll tell you guys about that later, but I just wonder if that was also a cause of some weird sounds as well. I want to be able to do 1-foot tables, so I was practicing them a little, but they do look pretty sketchy.
How'd that look? It would probably look kind of weird. Yeah. Whoa, baby.
So after doing a bit of warm up there, we wanted to go to that first ridgeline. We want to get this one better, so we're going to practice a little more on it. Alex and I were eyeing up some more and figuring out the best way to ride this.
Because the drop does point you a bit more on that left side, I think. So it wouldn't be a problem if you like come off of it like here.
Yeah.
If you're going off this a bit slower, then you kind of need a little bit of that extra rock.
Yeah.
To make sure you make it. Sweet. That was fun. Oh boy, look at all this.
I know some of you are not a fan of the helmet cam so much. Don't worry, I definitely got out the gimbal later on today.
This is sweet. Ready to send it, Alex?
Ready to drop in the ridge.
Sick.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's someone across right there.
Well, that's the German guy.
Oh yeah, probably. Sick.
Look at how awesome this view is. Now that's one of the ridges I would like to ride, but it looks more technical than this one, so I just want to work my way up to it.
That's awesome.
So that guy you're watching there is named Mark Diekman, and he's a really good rider. He's from Germany. You may have heard of him. He also has his own YouTube channel. We talked with him a bit, and he was with a couple guys doing some building and shooting for some videos.
Yeah. Yoo-hoo! Right on. All right, we are so high up. So this is gonna be the second time doing this line, and I hope I can do it a lot better this time. I'll probably do it once more today, but yeah, let's do it. All right. All right. Whew. Okay, wow. That was sketch. Okay, a little drop here. Ah, that was kind of lame. Buddy.
Nice. I almost crashed.
You did?
Yeah.
On what?
The sketchiest part.
Oh yeah?
I went too far to the right. Thank goodness.
Oh.
Not too far to the left.
Shoot, yeah, dude. Okay, yeah, I was a little sketched out on that part again. I was going a little slow, but did you see me? I endoed like a drop.
Yeah.
Did you
right
see that?
there. I did. You mean like you overshot and went nose heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's such a fun line though.
That was good. Yeah, those are skills that I haven't developed enough yet. Like,
I know.
you got this. Sick. Now it's my turn. Oh! Oh, buddy.
We decided to go check out some other big jumps we found from last time we were here, but now the winds are starting to pick up a little bit. It's about mid-afternoon, and it's starting to affect our riding. We can't just go whenever we're ready. We have to wait for the wind to die down and for someone to tell us when it's good to go. Alex did end up hurting his hand a bit, but thankfully it wasn't too bad, so he was still good to go riding the rest of the trip. He just put tape around his hand and he was good to go.
That was so weird. It didn't feel comfortable because I was like trying my best to not crash.
Yeah.
And I hate that. Big jump.
Yeah.
That's big, dude.
So now we are finally checking out that other ridgeline that I wanted to try. I'd say this one is gnarlier. You can really tell as you hike up. Hiking up these really takes some effort, but that's a good thing I think, so that it deters people from going up it that really aren't ready to be riding it. Although, one thing I found is that the line actually looked scarier from the bottom than from the top, actually.
This is definitely a more gnarly ridgeline. Like basically you roll down here, you just do like a lunge outward so that you're not like freaking endoing, right? That's all.
Yeah.
You just lunge outward and then you'll go boom, 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 whatever. Gonna do a run up. It's like it points you straight through, but then there's that other rock sticking out. I want to go on the left side of that.
We could have gone higher than this, but I didn't want to go any higher yet. There's an even steeper section behind me, and I figured we just didn't need to push it too far just yet. One of my goals for this trip was just to not hurt myself or have any bad crashes. Other than that, my goal was to hit the Semneck drop in Green River and otherwise just ride some awesome big stunts. So I was trying my best to be cautious, but at the same time, slowly push the boundaries.
Didn't even look bad at all. All right, let's do it. All right, let's do it. Oh, how lame.
It turns out that line was easier than I thought. Like I said, it really looks gnarlier from the bottom than it actually is. Training.
Woohoo! Ha! So sick.
We went over to that first ridgeline again, and on our way up, we spotted Mark hitting another line to the side. You can get such beautiful shots out here.
Yes.
Well, I'd say it's time to dial this line in.
Dropping in.
All right.
All right. Stick. All right, this we'll just go a little slower for. All right. Pick. Oh yeah. Ha. Woo! Yes. So sick. I am so stoked.
Well, since this is the final evening here, I just wanted to revisit some awesome features we looked at earlier.
Ha! So sick. Woo! Ha! Yes! Oh baby, so stoked. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy about that.
I had to go back to that other ridgeline again. It was a lot of fun.
1, 2, 3. Dropping in. Okay, let's not get so sketchy. Alright. Oh, I did it. Yeah. Woo, that's so sick. Yeah.
Well, that was our time here in Virgin, Utah. It was amazing here. I love how there are so many features of all sizes. So there's always a way to progress no matter where your skill level is at. So we decided to get a head start onto Green River. We drove for a couple hours, stayed in a hotel somewhere, and the next day we will be checking out Green River. It was really epic. You guys are definitely going to want to check out that video.